call your child a nautical direction. I think that's where it really opens up.
Yeah.
I'm on a seafood diet.
Yeah.
I like seafood and I eat it.
I'm very closely aligned. I'm very closely aligned to a seafood diet as well.
I mean, I've been on the seafood diet for 24 years of my life. You know what I mean?
The first
switching it
24.
Oh, first 24, yeah. Probably the last 24 too. That's the goal. But yeah, right now.
Keto now.
Gotta go keto.
It's a new life.
You gotta try it.
No, I like my beers. Great Northern all the way.
Yeah,
Beers
cheers.
are good.
Boom.
Welcome to the podcast, the first episode of the Outspoken Show. We got a bit of feedback on TikTok. We put up a couple of videos. We put up a couple of videos of our set, and they didn't like it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we went to Kmart.
Cold.
Yeah, did you know what they said?
No, I do not.
No, people are telling us it's too bland. White on white. You need some lights. You need some decorations.
Oh, God.
So we went to TikTok. I messaged you as well.
Yeah.
Literally last minute.
Last minute.
About some cactuses.
Yeah. Couldn't do it.
but we couldn't find anything. But
Episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2.
This is episode 1.
Episode 2 will have the cactus.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
We can have something
hope-
special episode 2.
We can. We'll have enough time.
Yeah.
We can do that. And we're drinking beers, but one of us is not.
No.
Yeah.
That
Dylan
would be me.
and I
missing
have a
out.
beer. Dinner, not so much.
No. You know, this life.
You sure you
the
don't want
keto
one?
life. Yeah, I'm good.
There's no beer you can have.
A very low carbohydrate, but even alcohol. A lot of reading, like even alcohol's not good. You'll kick yourself out. Just on
Really?
pure alcohol. It's not necessarily just carb exclusive. It's certain things that knock you out of the state of ketosis.
The second, if it's straight vodka, that's bad.
Yeah, I don't think it'll help. I think it's
Really?
there's a good chance of it. Yeah. I can't remember exactly why, but alcohol does something that produces something in the liver.
Yeah, your liver starts working
Yeah.
and then your body basically slips out of the state of ketosis in order to break that down, and basically you just set yourself back a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, people will not do even like, for example, like a straight shot or something like that because any tiny little amount of sugars and carbohydrates just messes
Have
with
you
your
experimented with it?
Oh, hell no.
Have you thought about it?
Nope, seafood diet all my
Yeah.
life. I love it. Seafood, and I eat it, dude.
I appreciate a seafood.
No,
diet
I
too.
can't do diets. Like, I mean, I do everything in moderation as it is. Like, I'm not sitting there going and, having a 6-pack every night. I'll probably have a few beers every now and then. And my diet as it is, I mean, I'm not eating meat every single day. I think at the moment, actually, if I'm honest, I probably do like 4, maybe 5 meals of like vegetarian versions of curries.
Yeah.
And I only have like the smallest amount of meat proteins in my diet. So no, for me, diets, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I like the will aspect of it because I find myself the reason I've decided to do. I've done this like one other time I tried keto, but I've never really been a conscious dieter. Thought that much about my food, but I get in these patterns where 2 weeks straight after work, on the way home, I'll get like a bag of lollies, down it in the car on the way home.
Yep.
By the second week I start doing that, I get 2 bags of lollies, one for the car home and one at home.
No.
So I get
That's
in
so
these
bad.
No,
binges.
so it started with 2 bags of lollies.
It started with 1, but gets to 2.
But guess
So
did
like-
it go to 3?
No. I decided,
That
all
was-
right, let's do something. Let's get my health back in order.
Yeah.
Can you have a middle ground? Because going from 2 bags of lollies
Yeah.
and then completely cutting out anything, any bread, any form of carbohydrate, is there a middle ground?
Yeah, of course. Like after
Yeah.
I finish this diet, which I plan to do for minimum 1-2 months, see how I feel.
Diets are lifestyles.
Not a lifestyle. For
Yeah.
me, it can be a lifestyle, but I've never looked at it that way. I needed to start my system back into health.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I'm doing it.
There's so many people who say that and then they get stuck dieting.
Yeah.
So you never know. You might just find like 3 years down the track, you're like, I love keto. And the reason why they do that, they get so addicted to the way their body feels afterwards. And I think that's why like this keto diet became a massive trend, was like everyone loves the way their body feels when it's in a state of ketosis.
Yeah.
Like you're losing fat by the day. Your body's actively burning that instead of the carbohydrates. And for like elite endurance athletes especially, like they get to the stage where mid event calories and carbohydrates, they're actually, I wouldn't say detrimental, but they just, their body doesn't enjoy it as much as burning the actual fat during the run or ride or things like that.
I think it's a better energy system to work off. The ketogenic or being in a state of ketosis is a better way to use energy for your body.
Especially when you're incorporating the like healthy fats aspect of it. If you go on and eating shit fats all the time too, you can still get into ketosis.
What are shit's fats?
Like, I believe the trans fats, all like the shit in your, all the fast food and that, which you probably can't eat most of it, but anything that, those meat patties probably not good that you get from McDonald's.
Okay.
Still probably wouldn't kick you out of ketosis, but it's those trans fats. So it's more like the saturated, so like your avocados and all, eggs, all that kind of stuff. That'll keep you in a healthy state. So it's mainly about health.
Yeah.
Keeps me healthy.
Speaking about eggs, so when I was doing a little bit of research for this ketosis section of the podcast, I'm not big on diets, by the way, but when I was doing a little bit of research, there was one of the professors from Denver University, and he's massively into the state of ketosis and how to arrive at that position in order to have like healthy effects on your body. And basically, he was saying that he was denied talks around the States because people misheard him on one of his recordings, and he said that he recommended during the beginning stages of your keto diet to have 4 to 5 eggs a day, and they misheard him as 45 eggs a day, and they said that that would definitely not fly at major talks. So no, that's my little egg tangent. Yeah.
No, mate, no one may be listening, but
45 eggs, come on, that's not bad. Well,
that's
a lot of protein, a lot of fat.
That's some Ronnie Coleman type stuff.
Imagine how big that omelet is.
Protein shakes, milkshakes.
Yeah,
you'd have to.
Have you done the raw egg protein shake?
Feral,
my mate is
disgusting.
into it. He likes to throw it into a smoothie, and in a smoothie you don't notice it. You just NutriBullet it all up. But so you literally just wanted to radical change, jump straight to keto. Did you research why keto?
I first heard or stumbled across keto 3-4 years ago. No, not on a podcast. I was like on YouTube, no idea what I was looking at, but one of those stupid infomercial ads came up, hour and a half long one, and he starts talking about this keto diet. He's obviously trying to sell his thing, but he's like, do you want to eat the habits of a lion or a cat? Like all this stupid,
so you're a lion.
This stupid shit like that.
You're a
like,
lion.
At the time, about 4 or 5 years ago, I was like, damn, that sounds like a great idea for a diet. Then I left it. I didn't touch keto back then. But then after that, it kept in the back of my head. If I ever want to do a diet, I like the sound of that one. Heard it on podcasts, people talking about health benefits, looked it up. Seemed easy enough to follow in terms of diet. Yeah. I'm not cutting out things I don't like. Well, I'm cutting out things I don't like, but replacing them with things I also like. Like I love avocado. Yeah. I could eat 100 avocados a day and it wouldn't even bother me because to me it tastes so good. Cheese.
Is there anything that you have to eat? Like if something was in front of you, if there was a plate of something in front of you, you're eating it and you're caving.
Well, look, Saturday night dinners. Big Greek family dinner.
Oh, I've heard about them.
Former baker. You know,
you're in trouble.
Yeah, every Saturday.
Master Baker at YouTube on YouTube.
Yeah, every Saturday night is a struggle. This is the first couple of weeks. Saturday nights are tough. Like bread is my kryptonite. Love sugar too, but bread will be the one that I'll reach for. I can keep myself away from sugar.
Do you know what's awesome about bread? You've just finished a nice plate with a really awesome sauce, and you grab that bread and you mop it up. That's some wog stuff right there, by the way.
You gotta put butter on it first.
Yeah, that's some wog stuff right there.
Thick butter, make it look like cheese, and then you mop.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think the butter, when it goes onto the plate, it acts like a grease, so it starts the soaking process or the cleaning process of the plate. I recommend.
Yeah. Butter is great, but this is the baker's grandson. Like, don't need butter.
Are you allowed butter in your keto diet?
Butter, yeah, huge butter. You'll have
all fat, yeah.
Lots of butter.
Sweet.
Butter and everything.
But you can't put it on bread.
Can't put it on bread. That's the only thing. So I haven't.
You can put it on steak though.
Yeah, I haven't had much butter, but when I do, it'll be on that. Like, because it's just hard. I'm naturally putting it on bread. Carbohydrates, double the carb, put some cheese, butter.
So, if you're only in the state of ketosis for every day except your family dinner, so 6 days, does it work?
Well, I feel better.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm 2 weeks in now. So I broke it the weekend. The Saturday both times. Right? But I feel like after a couple of days, the first couple of days of getting back into it. Even the 2 days after this last one, I felt like I was so much energy, back to that even energy. Because I think as you do it more too, your body's better at getting back into that state with the intermittent fasting. That's how I've approached it. But it's at least 6 days that I'm strict, and sometimes it'll be 7. Just depends on family dinner.
Yeah, people say as well, like they follow like a dog's diet, if you will. Like a dog, for example, they'll eat really high end products, and they will do that every single day for the rest of their life. And I mean, some people say that you got to do the same with your diet, but really, if you're feeling good after 1 day of breaking it a week, I'd say stick to it. I mean, like, as I said, I'm not a diet guy. I'm more of like a seafood guy. But moderation, I feel, works well for everything. Yeah. Like, diet especially. So if it's working. Fantastic.
Speaking of moderation, or lack of, Kim Kardashian has amassed $1 billion in net worth. $1 billion.
Ridiculous.
It's impressive.
Controversial, but I mean, we are the Outspoken Show, but I thought it was going to be after the Kanye West divorce. I thought it was going
to be the second porno, but
maybe that, yeah. Yeah, when she joins OnlyFans. But no, so she's a billionaire. She's second in the family.
Didn't Kendall get
Kylie Cosmetics?
Yeah, I read up that she faked some of her earnings, so she's not actually even a billionaire anymore. So Kim's the only one in the family.
I want to check
Look it up. I definitely saw the article saying...
Search that up.
Yeah.
Search that up.
But it's Forbes or...
And I think it was Forbes where I saw the new thing saying that she had fudged some and that it's Kim that's the only one who's got the... Yeah. I definitely saw it online. Don't quote me on it, but I definitely saw an article suggesting it.
Those net worth calculators are just preposterously off. Yeah, what do they base it off?
Just their business, asset, what is it? What are they?
Yeah, you can base it off that, but they're not looking at your CommBank app. They're not,
they're
not.
Of course, no.
So how are they going to know? They're not going to... Okay, you got a house. Yeah. How do they value the house?
Yeah, they're not contacting.
What valuation are they like? There's so many
just go by market,
things that
what you paid for it. What's
and how do they know the house that you own?
Yeah,
like a house in one suburb completely varies. Like I don't know, but I don't know if that makes me want to buy into her clout. Like she'd be one of the ones. Her family is smart. Smart.
Hey, they got a lot more money than us, so they're very smart. They know something.
Their whole family is just genius when it comes to marketing.
So delve onto that clout just for anyone who's out there that doesn't really know what's happening with that clout.
Me 1 week ago, yes.
It's very new. It's essentially an exchange where users buy and sell coins based on a specific user's social currency. So the more popular a user is, the more they are worth in BitClout sense. So the more you're sold, your price goes down, your BitClout goes down. The more you're bought, the price goes up.
Yeah.
So it's this weird composition of social clout and essentially just betting on a creator or not necessarily a creator.
No, but you are in a way. You're betting on someone's ability to become a public figure.
Yeah.
In terms, we'll use Kim K as the continuation here, but basically, if she turns around and makes millions and millions more, well then, you're making money on her BitClout, so winning. Yeah.
And what do they use to judge? Just on what you buy in BitClout, or is it like Twitter followers, Instagram followers? Is that all incorporated into or purely the BitClout?
I think what it is everyone has the same starting level for BitClout, so everyone's on a neutral playing field. Mm-hmm. But I like what you're doing. Yeah. I like what you're doing, Dino, and I think you got a big future.
All right.
So I'm betting on you, and someone else bets on you. So then your price goes up because the demand goes up.
Yeah.
And they've cut the supply at 19 million, I believe, which is 2 million less than Bitcoin supply as well. So I think that's one of their marketing plays.
All right.
But they've essentially created this marketplace out of something that didn't exist. Because you're not buying anything physical.
Yeah.
You don't own anything. It's
a cryptocurrency. It's that form of
but
a Bitcoin, but slightly.
But not even that. You're betting that social media star.
Yeah.
You're betting that they're going to be the next big thing. Like for example, you're just betting that Kim K is going to keep being Kim K.
Yeah.
and that she's not going to divorce Kanye and
Well, if
lose
she
all her
does,
money. You know what I mean? Like,
I think Kanye's worth like 5 million, so I think she's
5
getting.
billion.
I think, sorry, 5 billion.
Yeah.
So I think she's getting more. Well,
long story short, you're just betting on someone to be awesome. So
so everyone has a coin. So, but the way they did it is the top 15,000 Twitter accounts got a BitClout account, and then they needed to activate it and verify it. But that also gave them a piece of their own BitClout. So they're also invested in their own success. So it's aligning the vision of the creator and the consumer. So it's very clever. So it's just creating this shared vision and this shared vision for victory.
yeah,
amongst people.
everyone thinks that someone's going to win.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though. Brings the community together.
But
Does it though?
Oh.
Here we go.
But Instagram got rid of likes, at least in Australia.
Yes.
That was maybe a year ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
US too.
No, I think they've still got it in the US. They've still got it on our laptops as well, on desktop version.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why
I think
that
we were a
is.
trial, weren't we? Australia was a trial.
I think we're
so
still
they're probably
on-
using
I
us
think
to
we're
see
still
how
on
that
beta.
goes.
But Instagram got rid of likes, and then that was to take away the social pressure of posting for likes and engagement. But then you've got BitClout. What happens if your stock price is tanking? Like that's
literally-
worse than no likes.
So-
Just for reference, Dino and I were talking about Black Mirror the other day, and this literally reminds me of, I think it might be season 3,
episode
one.
That's
Episode
what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. And it's basically this lady whose her 5-star review just tanks, and it goes down to like 2 or 3 or something. She can't get Uber rides. She can't get into an office building to go to work. Her life just falls through the floor. So what happens if your BitClout just goes down the gutter and all of a sudden you're nothing? Like, do you just lose all your money?
That becomes the main currency. I think we're screwed. But it's an interesting idea because, like, say you don't like that someone's invested in one of these celebrities, start trying to cancel them, get that price down, and try to bring them back up, buy them cheap.
That's the thing.
So this is
Like, what's
just
going on? What are we gonna do here?
yeah, this is scam cancel culture to the maximum. You can just cancel someone out so they lose all their money, right?
Because, well, yeah.
Lose all the money, then you buy them cheap and you
I
ride the way back up.
I see you not wearing a mask at the shops.
Yeah.
I'm selling your coin.
Yeah.
You best believe I'm
I'm
posting that on
posting it.
Twitter, and then I'm selling your coin. Like,
And then you buy, yeah, as you said, buy them down the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's
Yeah,
it.
just absolutely
Buy low.
cancel them out.
Yeah.
buy low, reshare a couple of their posts.
From like back when they were 12, just cancel them out completely.
Yeah.
But that was strange to me. I mean,
yeah.
I'd be buying The Rock,
Yep, the Rock.
Mr. Beast. Do you know much
Yeah,
about
Mr.
Mr. Beast, the
Beast, Mr.
YouTuber?
Beast,
The
yep.
beast, big deal. Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm betting on him to beat the Mountain in that boxing match that they're doing. Definitely.
Mr.
I'm betting on.
Beast.
The Rock.
Oh, you mean Mr. Beast? Sorry,
Sorry,
the Beast.
no,
I was talking about Powerlifter the Beast
Oh,
versus
Oh, sorry, Mr. Beast,
Mr.
the
Beast,
YouTuber.
Mr. YouTuber.
20 years old.
Is he only 20?
20.
Wow, he's been around for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember hearing about him like 3-4 years ago.
Maybe 21.
Still.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculously smart. And just listening to him, he's very compassionate, very empathetic.
Gives a lot of money away. The videos that I saw.
Yeah.
Just him just giving people
Super generous.
stupid amounts of money. Like,
There's some tax problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he talked about that in one of his episodes, because giving away a car has a tax implication in America. So like same with a lotto, winning a lotto, you've got to pay tax. We don't here, which is amazing. Not that I've ever won the lottery.
But if you did.
But if you did, yes. So he was saying, like, in giving away a car, someone has to pay tax on that car. So you can't find a poor person and say, here's a car, it's $60,000. Oh, the tax is $4,000.
Oof.
So someone has to pay that.
Yeah.
And you can't, like, it's a bit hard. So he's then got to pay the tax on the car that he's giving away and no longer having. So it's just this weird tax implication there. Who would you be buying?
Gary Vee for sure. He's a winner. He's a winner. He just does not quit, winning from day one. The Rock as well, I think, definitely a winner.
Kevin Hart?
Yes, Kevin Hart and The Rock, they're dynamic duo for sure, for sure.
I'm
And
going
then
sport. I'm
Yeah?
going sport route. Kylian Mbappe.
Wow.
They reckon he's going to be the next Ronaldo, Messi. You know, he's just got to keep going up.
he is a beast though. He
He's
is a
going to
beast.
keep going up. I reckon he's young, plenty of future. He's only going up. Social media
will-
era, he's getting in.
I will say just because I've got the sports cards a little bit. I've sold most of mine. But in the sports card world, his prices, wow.
Yeah, that's what I've got trending
insane.
it off. Like these sports cards
insane.
are getting huge. People are buying. I mean, they've always probably been big, but there's a lot more.
And he's young too as well. He's young. He's representing his
21.
country. He's representing like multiple clubs year in, year out. He's got no injuries as far as I'm aware, but he is an absolute weapon. Definitely someone to put your money on.
He's my big clout.
The one thing I don't like though is athletes, you're performance based and injury based, and you can do everything right and still have a bad injury.
It's a risk.
Yeah,
It's an investment. You know, this is like
It's
a
big
risky.
clout.
Yeah, it's big clout.
yeah, it is
Big clout. I think betting on anyone's fame is a bit of a risk.
Yeah.
You know, out of the success. But, you know.
Yeah,
But it's very interesting though. Like we've gone from let's try to cancel this comparison culture where Instagram they removed the likes here in Australia, for example. We've gone from let's try to get away from that to how about we reintroduce it tenfold where we're putting money on it. You know, like it is just flip the script. You know,
let's take the, I guess not the personality away, but let's monetize. Let's turn you into a commodity.
yeah.
Let's turn you into a commodity. Let's trade you. I buy you, I sell you. You're just swapping hands, wishy-washy, back and forth. You're tanking. I mean, that's not going to be good for your mental health.
To be honest, we're at the stage now. Humans and oxygen, to some extent, are the only two commodities, if you want to call it that aren't traded. And this is like the next step. Well,
Not legally traded.
Well, we trade water, for example.
Yeah,
we've got Australian water markets. We've got ore, we've got tin, we've got every commodity available, and we trade it on a regular basis.
Wow.
And are humans and oxygen maybe the next thing that's happening? Maybe
Wow.
a Black Mirror episode coming up. Who knows?
Wow, that's so true.
There is not a lot. Even oxygen. Like if you need oxygen tanks.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta buy them through the healthy.
There was this I think maybe B grade, C grade film that I saw on Netflix the other day. It was basically the concept that the world ran out of oxygen, and it was how they were delving into that. And the storyline, if I'm honest, wasn't the greatest. But long story short, it just sort of reinforces that concept that I was bringing up, which is, well, what happens if we accidentally ruin something in the environment and we have a lot less oxygen? Do the rich get it because they've got more money and it's now a commodity? Do the poor miss out? What's happening?
That tends to happen.
It feels like that's what it would be. I think that's just
that seems to make sense.
But is it a natural resource that you've got to have because you need it to live, or are we buying it?
Well,
so is water. Water's one of those things that we buy.
We sell it $500 more or less for a megaliter here in Australia for the farmers. So it's the next thing.
I wonder how the water markets are in terms of volatility. Because they're not BitClout volatility.
No, but
they're not Instagram
probably
tweet
like
based.
gold just stays the same for.
No, but they don't though. That's the problem. Is that they are sort of
dependent.
They're also on like a mini cancel culture because one party says that it's a necessity in order to have crops grow for people to have their lifestyles as farmers, etc., and then the other side of the table is saying, well, you've got to make it a commodity in order to have people respect the power of it. I mean, we've got ore, multiple ores as commodities. So it fluctuates. One moment it might be in the hands of the traders and it's going gangbusters. And then the next, the general public who believe that it's a necessity are turning around saying, no, it's worth zero.
No.
So it's fluctuating for sure.
It's interesting. Do you need regulations on some things or a free market debate or regulation? That's it.
Yeah, that's definitely a world organization issue. That's not a Dylan issue for sure. I've got no clue, dude. I'm just betting on Dwayne and Gary V. That's about it.
Facts. You, Dylan? Who are you betting on?
I think Kylian Mbappe. Look.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
All right, football. Look, it's the one thing I know about in terms of fame. Like, I don't care about most people, but sports, athletes, I'll follow them. I think he's big.
As a sport, can football... I call it soccer.
Yeah, soccer, football, whatever you prefer.
Can it get bigger as a sport? Like, I've seen basketball expand into countries. It's getting more and more talked about in Australia. UFC's expanding tremendously as a sport. They're killing it.
I think football's so established, though. It's around the world. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't need to get bigger. The athletes are already huge. Those guys are getting so much money. And
Could it get bigger? China's not involved.
Of course. It'd probably get bigger. China's trying to get involved.
Are they?
They're buying these players, these like fringe great players, some like really good top level players, and just bringing them over for tons of money. So they're trying to get in there.
Really?
They're trying to get in there. Those guys are making a lot of money.
Have they looked at getting... Because I think, like, cricket in Australia, the BBL, they tried to do it where they were getting great players that had retired or just coming out.
Yeah.
And it didn't really work because they weren't wanting to participate seriously and competitively, which is fair enough. They've retired.
Yep.
But people still wanted to watch them. So the draw card was there, but it wasn't that great for the sport, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Has China looked at that?
China's a bit different. So what they did, or they've started to do, they're getting these players that are like 26, 27 at good clubs. So one of the clubs, Chelsea, they had this attacking midfielder. He was good, like really good player. Was a star for a couple seasons. 26, his name's Oscar. He went off to the Chinese league, mid-career, in his prime, for the money, for whatever, the sort of potential, whatever reason, but he's getting paid a lot of money to go over there. And there are a few examples of it. A lot of them are those, like the ones who come to the A-League even, like Del Piero at the end of his career. Some of them are that, but they definitely drawn in some really good players in their prime.
And you know what? If I was at the end of my career, or like even, for example, 26, for those that don't know.
Is that the end of the career?
Well, no, not necessarily, but you're definitely coming to the end where small little
Your potential is a
ligaments
bit more
problems.
more
Yeah,
risk,
you've
yeah,
got more
26.
risk. You can get hurt. You're not training as hard. There's up and coming stars like
Yeah.
Mbappe who will just tear you to shreds within a moment. And when you're on a world stage, it's embarrassing for clubs. So long story short, if I was, that 26 through 30 age, and I was playing world stage sport, any sport really, and I had someone offering me a crap load of money, I think I might take it.
You'd go to an emerging market?
Yeah, I might do. Might do.
If the passion's going, if you're not as into as you were even at 18, like you're just like, let's just cash out, get as much money as possible.
Yeah.
No shame in that. I don't think there's any problem with these guys doing it.
There is
people get angry that they choose to do that with their careers. It's their careers.
Is it the people that...
Supporters of the clubs, I should
Yeah,
say. It's
die
the
hard,
supporters of
not
the club.
die
not supporters,
And
fanatics,
yeah.
fanatics.
Ex-pros like those.
It's a loyalty thing.
Yeah. Going early, like
Yeah, for
you're
example-
ruining your career. Like, oh.
Yeah, for example, like Liverpool, massive
You're creating a
Liverpool
second
fan.
career.
Yeah, I'm a massive Liverpool fan, right? Stevie Gerrard. There's multiple occasions where Liverpool FC, the support, like the fanatical supporters, the directors, the board of the club, they won't really support you doing things like that because you're at Liverpool and that's it to the end. And some people definitely they will not support it, but I mean I don't mind if you're at the end. It's your decision.
Yeah.
And if as you said, if the focus isn't around the sport and you're more about the financial gain, well, so be it.
Yeah. No problem with that. That's...
So at what age in soccer then is your potential capped? It's like, okay, I'm not gonna be one of them, one of the all timers. At that point, by the sounds of it, it makes sense.
Very few will not be like,
When do you
won't
know
have
you're not
emerged
there?
as a potential for that by like 25, 26. By then they kind of know who you're in your peak.
Yeah.
Like not that many have come through after that.
Okay.
Like not the top players.
Yeah, you're not
Some
really, like-
good players, but not the upper echelon.
You're not really 30 and breaking into the sport. I mean, like, there's obviously people like Cristiano Ronaldo who is at the peak of his game even now. I mean, he himself in multiple interviews has said that he notices he's slowing down in comparison to when he was 18. Yeah. Of course, because he's reaching the end of his shelf life, if you want to call that. But you don't really see a 30-year-old breaking into the sport. It's just not really heard of.
No. The oldest one I can remember is big Chelsea fan, by the way. Didier Drogba. He was like mid-20s when he came onto the scene. And he lit it up for his late 20s, early 30s. But it's very rare, that top level, that you don't know about them. Like, you haven't heard that they're going to be one of the best. Breaking into that top by the time they're early 20s even, mid-20s. Yeah, it's not a late developing sport.
Have you heard about the Facebook data leak recently?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a shenanigan right there.
It was pretty well compressed. There wasn't that much about it.
You reckon Facebook's getting in the way? Stopping a few news articles
The
coming out.
Zuck's compressing that one. He said, I don't want this on
Push
the
that one
on
down.
the loud.
Facebook gaming was down. Facebook gaming is up and coming. They're
Streaming
trying to
service,
develop that was down. I think it was around the 17th of March. That's about 3 weeks ago. So Facebook have had a lot of troubles recently, especially when you're trying to compete with Twitch, with YouTube as well. YouTube's not as big as Twitch, but Facebook Gaming's took a big hit.
Yeah, the big thing about those streaming platforms as well is like YouTube is definitely like a fallback. For example, people, they'll film their live stream on Twitch. They'll release little segments on YouTube. So
Highlight clips, yeah, and well, at the same time that Facebook Gaming went down, Instagram went down, the Facebook went down, and WhatsApp all went down at the same time. It was about 30, 45 minutes went down. Everyone goes to Twitter, and there on Twitter, there's memes getting thrown around. Nothing by Facebook. I think WhatsApp put something out saying, yeah, we're down, and then half an hour later, they're back up. It was around 4:30 in the morning our time. But then Facebook have just had some data leaked as well. I was one of the guys. They
that's not good.
Yeah,
No.
what do they know, Luke?
Too much.
They know
too much.
They know too much.
Yeah, but 533 million accounts were accessed, ranging from phone numbers, email addresses, city creation, date creation. So like where you've registered your account.
They know where I'm at.
They know where you're at.
Dude, I'm getting spammed by those telemarketers now. That's what's gonna happen.
That's what happened.
I was telling you.
Yeah.
We were talking about it just before.
Jehovah's Witness. Hey guys, just here to get
ill intent than the
The people who hacked were Jehovah's Witnesses, the least suspecting. But no, I was saying to dinner, I've gotten a lot of phone calls this past week. I missed the calls, and then you call back, and it's either this phone is not connected, the line's not connected, or you just hear white noise, which just sounds like a back room of some telemarketing, scam,
something going on there.
shenanigan.
Yeah.
But my Gmail filter for spam hasn't been working so well. I've got a lot more shit come in.
They bypassed it. They've unlocked a new level.
Did all three get hacked, or those just went down? So WhatsApp and do we know if they got hacked, or just mainly Facebook?
They were two separate incidents. So Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram going down happened about 3 weeks ago, and that was one incident. And then the next incident was, I think, earlier this week, where 533 million users' data was accessed and leaked.
Now, here's a question to you guys, right? So there's a lot of like conspiracy about how the Zucks leaks our details on Facebook, right?
Well,
what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Would you prefer if the Zucks sold your details or someone hacks you? What do you guys reckon is more severe?
It's the same.
Well, at least Zucks tells you in the in the terms and conditions that you choose not to read. I'm sure
Well, that you automatically agree to by being a user of the app.
I feel a bit better about Zuckerberg's selling off my data than a hacker.
At least it's an American company who gives back to the people. A Fortune 500 company.
But I think I know they just want my shit to sell to advertisers to advertise to me. I think that's their intention. Who knows what a hack is?
That's how you got onto that keto diet. They just sold your stuff off.
They were my YouTube.
Now you're hooked.
That algorithm is just...
They knew it would sit. 3 years later, it would pop up. They knew. Yeah.
But I'm okay with targeted ads. If I have a conversation about the vacuum cleaner that I didn't know I wanted, but I do, I want to know if it's search result based. I find that easy. I find it convenient.
There's so much out there, and in my opinion, it's basically impossible to sift through all the rubbish on the internet. So I'm in the same boat that if someone really, really, really wants to sell me something and they think it's worth my while and it pops up on my social media feed, I'm not even mad. I'll give it 2 seconds. I'll have a look at it. And if it's shit, I'll just keep going. There'll be something better down the line. So target ads, not the worst thing.
And by scrolling, you're just strengthening it. So the next one's going to be better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good at a certain age. I think we start getting kids involved when they start targeting to young teens. Starting to get
that's bad.
Even that's when I think it becomes a problem. But no, once you've turned 18,
what was the Netflix documentary? There was one about that.
Social dilemma. Was it the social dilemma?
It was.
The targeting, they just.
They made it look bad.
Hard to know, yeah.
They made it look like they're in this room and they're watching you on your screen, on your phone, and they see what's working, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just throw in some boobs just to keep him hooked. And then it's like, all right, now's a good time to sell him. Now's a good time to sell him on the brake pads.
Yeah. Oh, brake pads.
How's the brake pads?
Great, but they didn't sell me on that.
They didn't
I had
sell
to find them myself. It's kind of bullshit. The algorithm's screwed. Unbelievable. I see a
Tell
lot of
them
car
about
ads,
this new
though.
car. Tell them
I
about
see a
this
lot.
new car that you got.
Well, I bought a car. It's great condition.
Was it Facebook ads that sold it to you?
No Facebook. No, nothing
No.
to do with Facebook. If anything, more influence
You're
from
suggestible.
people at work. Not to Facebook, though.
To keto though.
No, but even then, it was like 20 years ago. No, not 20 years ago. Excuse me.
Bullshit, I got bullshit.
I'm aging myself. I was 4. Yeah, no. It was like 3 years ago, and I didn't do it just from the ad. I heard 7 people talk about it on a podcast. I'm like, all right, I'll try it.
Yeah, did a bit of research, followed up with
I'm
it.
more suggestible if I know you, if I can see what you're talking about, and like, oh, I like that. Guy I work with has a similar car, almost the
86.
exact same car, so the Toyota version of it. Like the look of it, was thinking about what car to get. Went with it like by that, but I'm suggestible with some things, but that kind of purchase,
The
I
car
wanted
was
to make
definitely.
sure I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, the car was a personal decision for sure.
Definitely.
And then you got those extra brake pads.
all the brake pads in this show.
What about the exhaust?
Nothing else has changed in this
No.
car. I might put a racing stripe down the middle. That's
Do
about
it.
Keeps going
Do it.
about this racing stripe.
Do it.
It's
Do
not
it.
what I think of when I hear it every time. But you got some stickers on the car as well.
I got stickers. I got my initials on there. I'm 25.
Reppin'.
This is my car. I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like doing to it. Not an exhaust.
There's worse things out
What are you
there.
referring to?
Put the racing stripe on.
Okay.
Put a sticker. I got a turtle sticker coming on the way, mate.
You.
Why not?
Blastoise.
Why not?
On that Pokemon train.
Oh, Blastoise. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
look
on that
into
Pokemon train. Collectible bros.
Yeah.
They got me on.
Shout out.
I was bidding on a pack of Pokemon cards that I didn't know what it was.
Hey, for all you out there that's going to listen to episode 1, just letting you know, Luke is massively into cards. If it's a card about something important, he's into it, he's buying it, he's trading it.
I've got the sports cards. All
Yeah,
the sports
oh
cards.
my
But
God.
Pokemon, I don't know much about, but some friends at work, they know all about it.
Yeah.
They've started their own little channel, Collectible Bros. It's amazing, great content. But I was bidding on one of their auctions. And it's so much fun because they show you one card and I'm like, this looks cool. And they show you another card and like, you get this and this one if you keep bidding. And then they go 3 and then they go to 6. And I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Luke's hooked.
And then
He's
they,
addicted.
and then they make it 8 and then you throw in a number. And then because it's Instagram Live, you can chat in the chat box. So you can chat to the people you're bidding against. It's like a game.
Dude, I'd just be tearing it up in that chat box.
It was
You
so
guys are all
fun.
losing. I got way too much money to waste on this crap.
And then, but you get this crazy rush of adrenaline.
You're addicted to the trade.
Yeah, as
That
like
aspect of it.
I won one. Well, they thought I did, but someone else outbid me at the last second. So I didn't actually win, but they said I did until they realized that the information came through late to them, which
Yeah.
I'd already seen. So I was like, I think I didn't win this one. I don't even know where I was going with this.
No, you were going
love
on about
trading
those
cards, yeah.
those cards. You love the cards. Pokemon cards, just bidding, just having fun with it all.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going, but
Segue.
but it was just mad fun chatting to the people you're bidding against. Someone called me out. Oh no, what it was I won it, and I go, what did I just win? I didn't know. They showed me the cards, but I didn't know what they were.
Thought you just boosted up the bets.
Yeah,
all the bids.
That's what I got called out for. Because maybe they've seen me just because I just always comment and show support on all their other stuff. So someone called me
You're just
out.
driving prices up.
That's what they said. That's what they were
But
arguing.
you definitely would have taken those cards, mate.
Well,
Yeah, he's
I would-
addicted.
You wanted the card.
He's
You got that,
addicted.
You love the card.
I'll probably get another one, but yeah.
Hey, they can stay on the podcast. They can literally just sit up front here
You didn't win
in
them,
these
though.
little
You got
I
beat
didn't
on last
win
minute.
it,
little
yeah.
cases.
Not good enough.
I didn't
for
win
you.
them.
No, you can win them next time.
Well, yeah, I'll have to try better. But it's mad rush of adrenaline. It's just like just a gamble.
Do you get the same? Well, you guys trade a little bit in terms of stocks and things like that. Do you ever get the same sort of rush in that? No. you
No,
don't?
I find it completely different because in that I understand the responsibility of handling my own money. I'm completely okay with the money that I'm putting in and accepting losses. I'm aware that the money that I'm putting in could be zero, and it's not an amount where my life will change substantially or change at all really if that money went to zero. It shouldn't affect my day-to-day life. So there's an amount of acceptance, but in that or if I was to bet on a sports game, which I very rarely do unless it's like a big thing, and that'll be like, it'll be fun. But you just get like caught up in the moment,
Yeah.
and it becomes an experience more than the actual bet.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Look, I'm new to
You've
trading.
just
I'm
started to get
very,
into
I'm in the research stage of it.
Yeah, do a crap load of research.
I'm not going to be like one of those trading every day. It's going to be find a good mutual fund or an index fund. Still learning what to do with that. But that's what to slowly grow that wealth. That's the goal.
Yeah, for sure. Do yourself a favor. Don't get caught up in those eToro ads. All right,
Bro.
dude, they're out there.
Hit hard on
Yeah.
YouTube.
It happens all
They're
the
going to
time.
start popping up, I'm
They
sure.
will,
I've seen
yeah.
some ads, but I have not clicked in on
No,
it.
the second you start typing in anything stock related, anything you start looking into the market, you're trying to understand what you're actually going to be spending your money on in a minute. eToro's there, just watching, and they're waiting. They're ready.
They're sitting there waiting. They're on the big screen.
Yeah,
like,
watching.
like the
Ooh, fresh
like,
meat.
like that Netflix show, which name I forgot.
Social dilemma.
Social Dilemma. But Tesla stock, I mean, the price earnings, like the company isn't making that much money, but the price of the stock keeps going up.
Yeah, he's a winner. He's literally
Elon Musk is.
that's literally big clout. He's a winner.
Big clout.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
probably would. I
The
probably
guy's a
would.
winner. He and his brother started
he's
in
got a
an
brother?
office. Yeah,
Elon Musk.
yeah.
Get the fuck
Started
out.
started in
Haven't
an
heard much
office
about his
space, getting what's it called? PayPal working.
Shit.
So-
yeah,
Maybe I was the big
You know,
PayPal.
like-
yeah.
I
It's a
just
small little company.
those sort of guys, winners from minute one. So yeah, I'd back him all day long.
Yeah, I'd
and
back
you know what? If you've got the balls to say I'm ready to lose everything I own in order to get humans to a spacefaring race, just because I think it'd be awesome to look forward to, then you've got my vote. Like that's awesome. That's really really cool.
That's the motivation you want. Just love it. What a cool idea. I'm going to just push that. Let's
Well,
get us to Mars. Let's
how
just
can
live
you-
in a... Oh,
How can you be against someone like
You
that?
can't.
If I mean, there's obviously some things he might do in the background that could be sketchy and you could challenge, but on the whole, in terms of he wants to get us into space, that's a pretty cool idea.
electric cars, not a bad idea.
Pretty awesome, I'd say.
Once they get that up and running, everyone's moving towards it now. So he
They-
kind of started something with his ideas. That's what he does.
Well, they've just topped their last quarter record. So I think their first quarter amount of deliveries was, I think it was 184,000 deliveries of cars. Just the recent quarter. The previous financial quarter, 180,000. So they've increased the amount of cars they're delivering.
Yeah.
Supposedly the company's getting better. The stock price is going at a completely disproportional rate upwards, making a ton of people a lot of money. But what's been making Tesla a lot of money hasn't been the cars.
Go on.
Bitcoin.
Really?
Yeah, big money on that Bitcoin, for sure.
Elon Musk's Twitter account is probably one of the most influential things out there. And
He literally said, "Buy my flamethrower." Well, no, what was it? Buy
don't
do not buy my
flamethrower.
flamethrower. Yeah, and then he sold all of them.
Yeah.
which was I think,
That's
5,000, I think he said.
But that's literally what we were talking about with this bit clout thing, which is people like him wield so much power in the online community, and then he'll just go and make all this money off the Bitcoin. He's not even making necessarily the same amount of money off the cars, but he's doing well.
Yeah, well, so I think because he tweeted about Bitcoin a couple of times. One of them, I think the first tweet was Bitcoin. That was it. And the price went up a lot.
Need I say more?
A lot. He's just manipulating this like, is it a $1 trillion market? I'm not sure if it is or not.
Definitely up there.
It's big. And then one of the other tweets was that Tesla's buying Bitcoin. They bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. And around then it was like from 29 to 37,000. Like that's what the price was. It's super volatile. So it's like, could be anywhere there. The price of Bitcoin today, that's worth, I think, what was it? I think it was 720, I think 2.2. I think 2.2 billion. So 1.5 to 2.2. So it was about a $700 million profit, like an unsold profit.
Okay.
Which is about the amount of profits that Tesla generated last financial year from selling cars.
Yeah, massive amount of money.
In about 50 days.
Yeah, that's huge.
They've made the same amount of unrealized, the same amount of money from selling cars for a year.
That's leapfrogging to like the next level. And I mean that's how you do it, right? Like he must be doing something, correct?
Not all his eggs in one basket. He's Spreading around. Yeah.
Did he put all his eggs in one basket? Because
I
he's
don't
got
think-
SpaceX.
no,
That's what I
he
mean.
did.
Like,
I think that's a
he
huge
didn't put them all in one
loss
basket.
maker.
No,
He
I
spread it
completely
around.
disagree. Completely disagree. He
You reckon?
100% put his eggs all in one basket. When he started getting the SpaceX going, they got to their third launch and it all gone down the gutter. And so he took literally all the money that he could spare to fund a fourth launch to get it to work. So I go back to what I said about him starting PayPal in an office space with the other person. Like he's in it to win it from minute one, and he invests everything. And I think he's all in. Now he's obviously spread. He's diversified a little bit, but
Initially, it was
Do you reckon he parties?
no. He smokes doobies on the Joe Rogan show.
I know
That's
that.
for sure.
very hesitant about that one though. He was
The
very.
doobie, yeah.
He was very. Dude, who gives a fuck? It's legal. Huh?
It is. Yeah,
It
he had
is,
to
but-
ask as well.
Yeah.
He's trusting Joe Rogan's opinion there.
Hey, that man smokes some doobies.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to look like one who parties.
I mean,
I
I have
think-
no
I
idea,
think
but I
to be
wouldn't.
that
He works
productive-
too much. He
I
works
I think
too
to be
much.
that productive, you can't. I think there's.
Oh no. What do you say if you're not?
Maybe he does. Maybe he was like tripping balls, and that's why he named his kid that XCA name. But who
Yeah.
knows?
He could have been on some LSD trip.
Yeah.
He saw like some third race out there that were talking to him about his kid's name.
It fits his bill though. That's what he would do.
Yeah.
He's not gonna do what anyone else will do. Like this is his own thing. He's got an idea. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Name your kid something. Don't even know what was the name.
It started with an X,
Yeah.
I can't say it. It's
Yeah.
too
a couple
complex.
of letters, symbols, but then he changed it. I don't know. What's it about? What's it with celebrities and giving their children like bullyable names? Like I hate bullying and I don't think it should ever happen, but like I don't think it's a good idea for the sake of your child to name it X. Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Northwest.
No, that's
Like
dangerous
what's the
right
go
there.
there as well?
Well, I mean,
Soon I'll be confusing you with North Faith as well.
No,
North Face.
yeah, just silliness.
not many people telling them no at
Is
this
it-
stage of their careers. So
Yeah.
Is it
any
because,
ideas are
is
great.
it because it's the only Instagram handles available? Like, is that what it is? They just want the handle?
Oh, that marketing mentality, that mindset. Oh, fuck it, you got to have it out there.
What if that's
Crazy.
what they're doing though? Like
could
some
be.
of the time where they just go, how can I just cause some absolute mayhem
Absolutely.
online? How can I do it? I'm just gonna name my
Free
kid something
publicity.
ridiculous.
Stay relevant.
It's like the blue ocean strategy where it's like a business. You got one market, you got another market. The blue ocean is in between. Let's find a name that no one's ever thought of using as a name for a child. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's what Donald Trump thinks.
Let's,
No publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah.
So I
Let's-
mean, he might be right.
So
Spark interest.
call your child a nautical direction. Northwest.
They've all been taken though now, haven't they? Like, surely someone's called their kid East and South.
Well, you can go into northwest.
Oof.
I think that's where it
That's where it
really
gets
opens
different.
up,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you've got a lot more possibilities, and I'm sure the handles aren't taken for that. So if you're thinking, I got no one to think with. I
Yeah.
hope
My kid's gonna be north east. That'll be it. North east.
northeast. I mean, it works. Doesn't roll off the tongue.
I mean, it
And
doesn't
No,
work.
it's terrible.
I wouldn't
It's
say it
terrible.
works. Yeah, but it's
But it's a
unique.
direction. It's still legitimate. Like you go northeast, and you know which way you're heading.
I mean, I still don't know which way I'm heading. Northeast. All right.
I need a
Look at the
compass.
sun. Yeah, I don't know. Man.
Well, the sun doesn't give you direction. I don't
Oh,
think.
there you go.
That's crazy.
It gives you
That's how
time,
disorientated you've made me.
Does
Bonus.
the sun
North-
give you
north-
direct? What are
No, the sun-
sundials?
Yeah,
Luke?
sundial does. You just put a
Yeah,
sun-
time.
you put a stick on the ground
Sundial
over
is a
time.
time, not direction.
Ah, true. No, east west. You can.
Oh, true, it does. Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
sets
north.
in-
We're all
Come
retarded.
on.
We're all
Yeah,
retarded.
I apologise for Luke. Yeah.
We're so dumb.
We try and be educated. I mean, we can't always be.
Yeah, we're trying to be the outspoken show.
We haven't said anything outspoken, I feel like.
I don't know. Northeast, west.
Yeah, that's
whatever
pretty
you just
bad.
said. That's ridiculous.
Is
yeah.
it?
Oh,
Oh,
if we don't get cancelled for that, oof.
well, I mean, I'd be okay to be cancelled by Kim Kardashian.
Get some publicity. Yeah, literally no publicity is bad publicity.
And it's still Kim Kardashian. And she's single. Well, allegedly.
You think you got a
Could.
shot?
No.
Have a bit of confidence, mate.
No, he was confident that
Yeah.
he didn't.
Well, no, I'm very confident I don't, but she is single. Well, apparently.
Shout out Kim K.
If you're watching.
She might be. It's episode 1. She could be starting
yeah.
a new podcast. She's hanging out,
Oh,
getting a
she's-
tan on.
She's too busy being a lawyer.
Oh,
Well,
true.
she's doing
She's
some
done
real
a lot,
good
She's
work.
done a lot of cool things.
Yeah, real good work.
Good work. She could be buying diamonds, but instead she's helping people. I'm not sure if she's working with the Innocent Project, but I think it's something similar.
She's definitely associated with it.
Yeah, where she's just looking at falsely incarcerated cases and meeting with them, and maybe she helped fund something because now she's learning to be a lawyer. I think going to sit the bar so that she can actually fight for and defend the people that were falsely incarcerated and try to bring them out, which is a really cool thing.
Yeah, it's good.
So she's doing good things too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't hate.
Nothing to hate, really.
No.
I can if my money rides on with Big Clout.
Oh,
Well, that's a good
shout
point,
out
yeah.
Big Clout.
Well,
she's
I
still
didn't
gonna
say
have
I'm buying, so I'm gonna try and stop you from cancelling her.
You reckon you would buy?
Probably, yeah. Their family's just they've
worked something out. They know how to be in the public space.
Well,
they know how people
yeah.
talking about them.
There's an African proverb: if you want to go far, go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And they've just got a pack.
Right.
They brought Kanye West in for a period of time to get them to break into the music scene. Maybe they've got Devin Booker is one of them now, but then they've got the sisters, the parents. They've got Rob, who's the brother.
They got North.
They got Northeast.
Potential.
Yeah, who knows?
But they're working together.
Yeah.
They are just building themselves up. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah, but that's why we're
If you want
going
to go
together.
fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah, we're going together. There's a podcast. Try to go far.
Yeah. That's a good note to end it on.
That's
a good note to end it on. It is Friday night here. Thank you for listening to the first episode of the Outspoken Show.
Thank you.
Like, subscribe, comment, download. I don't know what else there is to do. We're still navigating.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments what you guys want to hear. I mean, if you want us to hear more about Northeast Child, let us know. If you want us to cover a topic, let us know. We're all ears.